once again, we are watching some E3 footage. Tonight was the big night.
Yeah.
We're both Sony people currently.
Yep.
The PS4s. We're part of the PlayStation Nation, I suppose, if there's such a thing. So I was a little. This was a big one to look forward to.
Yeah.
I was curious.
It was weird.
It was a thing. We talked about what we thought they were gonna do.
Yeah.
And I was fairly certain there wasn't going to be any big announcements. It would be kind of a dull year. I was kind of right, sort of.
You were definitely right.
I was right. There was nothing to get excited about except for the games. The games are all very interesting and worth talking about, but no surprises.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the presentation itself was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
Super
weird.
weird.
Opens in a church tent.
A tabernacle.
And just nonstop church jokes.
Yeah, not reading a script, which was pretty cool. The dude did a pretty good kind of riff. Yeah. He hit all the major points and stuff. I was pretty impressed with his little riff he had going on there.
Stavo played some banjo.
Yeah, Bella Fleck wannabe playing some banjo. And the thing is like, so, like he played the banjo, and that was kind of cool, I guess. He did it in a hoodie, which was weird. And then they started with the trailer for The Last of Us 2. And it opens up with more banjo playing and like folk music, but it's not like that added to the trailer. It's not like it put you in the mood for lesbian kissing at a folk dance.
I think that they were trying to put everyone in the mood to make you feel like you're in that scene that you're about to see in the trailer.
Well, I personally didn't feel it.
Well, we weren't there. It was for the people who were there.
It's true. I did not see any bored Asians. So
no one was bored. No. Well, they did show a lot of footage of the audience.
As soon as that guy sat down to play the banjo, somebody screamed "Freebird" because nerds.
Yeah, of course. They're doing a deep dive this year is what they talked about. Going in, just really focusing on the games, giving you real insight on what these games look like. And in that respect, they extremely delivered. I've watched the other conferences. I saw some of the Microsoft's. Microsoft was great. But a lot of just announcement or here's a teaser trailer. There's really none of that except for some of the filler stuff. This was all, here are the games we're working on that we barely showed you anything of before. And here's either like straight up gameplay or simulated gameplay, or like you knew what these games were about except for maybe the one exception, which we'll get to. But even that one, I know a little bit more about what that game's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2 looks fucking phenomenal.
Fucking brutal.
Ridiculously great. And if I hadn't played The Last of Us and seen what they were able to do with their engine, I would not believe that that's what the game's going to play like. But I am convinced that it's going to be that detailed and the combat's going to be that brutal, and you're going to have that much interaction with the environment.
Absolutely.
They don't even need to show me trailers to get me excited about that game. Last of Us was amazing. The story was amazing. Everything was amazing about that dumb game. I can't believe I felt as much as I felt when I played it. I played it multiple times. I'm on board. We don't need to talk about anything else.
do you think so? Last of Us had some pretty interesting competitive multiplayer.
They did
matches. Do you think that they're going to include that in Last of Us 2, or do you think they're going to change that, maybe make it a little bit more battle royale-y?
You think they're going to do a battle royale version of?
I mean, Last of Us is a major Sony foundational title. So
the answer to that, I think, is no. I don't think they're going to. None of these first-party studios are going to get messed with too much, unless the designers are really excited about doing something like that. Like if they got inspired and they want to play around in that space, then they'll do that.
It'd be pretty cool. I mean, it looks really pretty, and if you can create a really neat battle royale situation, like it's just that the thing is like battle royale is like the new hotness right now, and I just want to see like publishers like stabbing at their developers, trying to make them like shoehorn.
You don't think it's going to be good. You just want to see it happen. You want to watch the world burn.
I want to watch the drama of it. Yeah, like well the game failed because we had 6 months to put in a battle royale.
Yeah, I guarantee you they're not going to do that to Naughty Dog. They're not gonna fuck with Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog is the golden goose.
The next Uncharted is going to be a battle royale game.
I can see them doing it with Uncharted. I can see you parachuting in Uncharted. I can't see you parachuting into an infected zone of clickers. I don't see that making sense. It doesn't fit the tone.
That's awesome.
Even the previous multiplayer, they try to make it fit the tone of the game. I don't think we'll see that. The only thing I noticed while watching the trailer, that I kind of gave me pause, and not in a, I guess in a bad way. It seemed like at least one or a few of the characters had names that you were brutally murdering. Like they took the time to have them call out, like a person's name. And I'm hoping, though, kind of dreading that that's part of the gameplay mechanical, part of the design, where instead of it just being random shouts of thugs and the bad guys you're killing, everyone kind of gets a Sally, no, Mom, as you're stabbing somebody to death, which that's what it is. People are just trying to survive.
That would be really cool. I wonder how many names they would have in the database, though.
I don't think you need too many to make it work. As long as it happens, if it's occasional, or these are set pieces. So at least I'm assuming so. It didn't really seem particularly open world. It did seem like it was a little bit wider, a little bit more open than the previous game, but I think it's probably still narratively driven. But I don't see it out of the realm of possibility for them to pepper that in, to really make you feel terrible by the fact that I have to kill this person to survive because they're trying to kill me to survive.
Absolutely.
But
that'd be awesome.
And they never check the grass.
No, they never check the grass. Well, look, we just jumped into the store, and there's a long counter there that leads to some bushes. But let's start at the front. Let's start at the stuff we could already see from the outside.
To be fair, there could be raptors in the tall grass.
Could be
you
raptors.
Want to stay out of the tall grass. That was a deep cut. So then they made everybody in the tabernacle get up
and leave or something,
and move to another venue.
They changed something. In the meantime, everybody watching had to watch like this tough.
Sean Layden teleported, and then Ryan Clements was there.
Yeah,
and they had a little back and forth. I don't know. They talked about Twitter. Apparently, God of War is getting a New Game Plus.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that. I haven't even beat God of War yet, but I like that they're putting that into the game, that they're taking the time, and it's the sort of thing you don't expect from some of these big tier developers. But I guess again, Sony's on top, and I still think that they're doing the unexpected and risky things while they're on top. They're investing in the fans, they're investing in their games and their developers. They're not resting on their laurels. I can't. Xbox has a bunch of great announcements. There's a bunch of big games. Nothing comes close to the amount of care that you see in just all of these PlayStation titles.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I know we seem super biased by doing a PlayStation video and not an Xbox video, but we didn't think about it.
We didn't think about it until. But I saw Bethesda, and I'm like, I like the Elder Scrolls, and you like the Fallout. Let's do that. And then Sony, we talked about.
I slept through the Xbox one.
I watched it. It was good. It was a solid conference, but it was a very traditional conference.
Very traditional.
This was not traditional, and I don't really know how I feel about it yet. And then we eventually, after talking about pre-ordering more
Black Ops 4, so you got Black Ops 3.
The Forever
maps.
Bullet is confirmed.
Black Ops 3 is apparently going on New Game or PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and they have. Oh, it's true. We could have downloaded that right now. They have it's special pre-order bonuses. The old stuff that's not unexpected, but it's instead of making a big deal, they just did a little interview about it, talked it up a bit.
That was a good filler. Time somehow.
Yeah. And then you mentioned Not Major Nelson talking about Destiny.
Yeah, Not Major Nelson.
And then Destiny's still got a thing coming out for Destiny fans.
Cool.
It's more Destiny. Eventually, we cut to a white man playing Japanese music on a flute of some sort.
That was kind of weird. He did look like a really white dude.
He was super white, but he was rocking that.
He was
not a flute.
He was
it's
going
not a
to
flute,
town with that Japanese flute thing. Yeah, I mean, we were back to playing music from a trailer before the trailer, and then showing the trailer.
I thought it was going to be the theme the whole night. This was the last time they did that setup with a performer. I would have really liked it. We talked about the music at the Bethesda conference, and I mean, it was no Enter WK. Yeah. But this is a game that looked fucking amazing, and I did not expect. I expected this game to be either underwhelming. I don't know why I expected this, but I expected Ghost of Tsushima. I expected it to be underwhelming when I first heard about it, even though I knew that you had a good development team behind it. That being said, I did not expect it to be this fucking massive open world, effectively Japanese Witcher.
Yeah.
You mentioned that while it started up that John had walked away, and he kind of made a little jokey comment, John comment, before it started. But
this was John's game.
It's gorgeous.
It's a game that John would love.
It just seems to be based at least mostly on historical fact. Not obviously, it's all
fiction,
but
fiction.
It feels like it's a historical fiction. Yeah. It feels like it's based a little bit on
Mongol invasion and all that stuff. Yeah, it was really cool.
It was neat.
The running through the grasslands was just beautiful. There was wildlife and like dust and stuff. That was pretty cool.
You have a complicated moveset. You can navigate by clambering and using a rope.
This is the first time I saw this game, and it looked gorgeous. And I'm not typically one who enjoys like the classic Japanese samurai stories and stuff like that, but I got a bit of a hard on for this one.
I do like classic samurai stories, and
well, I can imagine you're hard on.
I prefer I've played more fantasy based Japanese themed games, and I really prefer the historical feudal Japan to their mythology tied into it, because I think maybe their mythology doesn't hit home like Western mythology does for me. So it's just a little too alien, and it's a little too much emphasis on that. The world, the Asian landscape, the Japanese landscape is already alien and beautiful and gorgeous to me, and it's something really interesting about that period of time. So I'm very happy that this does not seem to have any weird random demons or oni jumping up out at you.
Yeah.
Though I wouldn't be against it necessarily.
It'd be super cool.
I'm very happy. Masako is a backstabbing bitch. She couldn't understand the fucking Mongols. We got an enemy.
Hey man.
Co-op.
No, it's honor.
So that monk did something bad.
Sold her out.
Seemed cool. They had a bunch of cool moves. They had some stealth group kill moves you could do. Looks like some little, I don't know if they were quick time. Nothing mechanically in the combat. That stealth kill seemed super original. I think we've seen it before in other games. Yeah. But when the duel was happening, I really didn't, I don't know.
Fixed camera. It looked very anime or Japanese cinema.
It's hard to say before we get like really tight gameplay where we see someone playing it live, how much of that was stuff that somebody was doing. It seemed like it could easily be timed.
Yeah, and you're like fighting and like flaming arrows are coming in. You're like, dude, I kind of want to kill you. We kind of got Mongols to fight, bro.
So that is a game that I'm looking forward to. This is my point. So far, 2 games, fucking amazing. Not an amazing game, game or something. Maybe they're gonna talk about 2 games. They showed what the game is gonna look like when you're playing it, and I want to play both of them now. Yeah, it's weird. This is turning into a commercial for Sony, which I don't want it to be.
That's what all these are.
But whatever. That actually, both those games are great. Control is a thing by Remedy, which they've been.
That looked really neat.
They've been doing stuff for Xbox for a while.
Blew my mind.
I don't know what to do with it. It looks fun.
Gravity manipulation and like a gun that transforms or something. I was into it, man.
It looks fun. I don't know anything more to say about it. Yeah. It seems cool, but they didn't really give us much.
It was a head trip. It was a head trip.
Resident Evil 2
looked great.
Like I mentioned before, Resident Evil 2 was the Resident Evil game I played and beat. This is the only Resident Evil. I mean, I've played multiple Resident Evil games.
Of the 40 Resident Evil games.
Even the classic of 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've played 1 a little bit. Didn't get very far. I think I played a remaster for a little bit. Also didn't get very far. Played 4 for a little bit. Got somewhere in there. I don't think I touched 3. And then I don't think I played any of the rest at all. But 2 is a special game for me. That might be a Resident Evil game I actually buy. I might want to revisit it.
Well, I know recently they've tried to come out with kind of Resident Evil games that are a bit, I guess, more contemporary and modern in gameplay and stuff like that. And like Resident Evil 5 came out, and it was like that. So I'm really interested to see how this actually looks when it comes out. But that trailer was boss.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if anything seemed like gameplay, or if it was all just cutscene-y stuff.
I'm pretty sure it was all cutscene stuff.
So I think they already did a Resident Evil remake, right? That's on that you can just download right now. Mm-hmm. So it's probably just an HD remaster with maybe some cool cutscenes.
It was neat.
I don't know. It looked good. Bathtub guy is dead.
Yeah, the Squanch Games thing, man. I know from the guys who do Rick and Morty, and I know they've done
one of them.
Justin Roiland. Yeah. I know they've done at least one VR game. Squanch Games has, and it was really cool. It was really well received, and everybody really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of interested to see this not VR platformer ? And I'm really looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, there's really no telling of
It's gonna be fucking out your ass, crazy, ridiculous. Like everything out of their brain is.
And Trover saves the universe.
Trover saves the universe. The dude has 2 eyes on his 2 eyes.
Yeah. It is like
Awesome.
stuff you draw when you're in elementary school.
It
or like
definitely is.
Middle school.
That dude was high and wrote a video game.
And then we cut to Pirates of the Caribbean, which turns out is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That was an interesting. I guess maybe I've seen screenshots of this before, but that was weird to see, like, the fact they traveled to a live action movie, which they've done it before in the previous Kingdom Hearts. They went to Tron, but it still had the Kingdom Hearts kind of aesthetic to it.
These guys were almost photorealistic, and like you could identify the actors really well.
It was weird. It looked odd. The fact they made photorealistic Donald Duck and Goofy creeped me the fuck out. But then the thing is, when they introduced like the Final Fantasy evil heartless guys, they still looked more anime.
Yeah.
Because I guess you have to.
I'm a big fan of Toy Story, and so I don't have very much experience playing the Kingdom Hearts games, but my roommates absolutely love them. So I want to have a lot of fun experiencing them while watching them play that game.
But not actually playing it.
They can deal with the stuff I don't like in those games, and I'll just watch the cool stuff.
Let me just say, having played Kingdom Hearts 1, and only Kingdom Hearts 1, really, and apparently they get better, but I loved playing Kingdom Hearts 1. I loved the mechanics. The action RPG systems were solid. The combat was so much fun, even back then. The exploration and levels were neat. I'm not even a big Disney fan, and I enjoyed most of the levels and interacting with the characters. The way they were written were cool. The overarching crazy meta plot is dumb. Like it's stupid.
It's stupid Japanese.
It's
like
more.
Square Enix.
It's way more than that.
I mean, I've already said my piece about how apparently Kingdom Hearts is canon in the Toy Story universe.
You did make a big deal out of that.
And like that rankled me. But that was a year ago.
We're not going to go. That is a rabbit hole I really want to go into right now, but we've got
That was a year ago.
Because the next thing we have to talk about is already a rabbit hole, and that's Death Stranding.
That freaking thing, dude.
Oh, they interrupt you. Fucking Dreams. Dreams is a thing.
What the hell is that?
It's the guys who did the little Moppets. What the heck is the game called? Little Big Planet.
Okay.
They're making Dreams, which is apparently their next user-driven creative game they've been talking about for years.
Is that weird musical Electric Mayhem thing?
That
whole conference was interspersed. It was literally just a trailer show, and they're like, well, we don't want to just put trailers, so we got to put something in here to break up the action. And it's like, here's 15 seconds, not even, just 5 seconds of a guy playing a piano and smashing on his fingers. Next, round him up, Scotty.
Yeah, Dreams is a thing where you have all these amazing tools to create and animate all these different scenes and make games out of it. It seems ridiculous that you're going to make it easy for someone to use.
My favorite part about that is they started with this Dreams thing before the actual conference. And we were watching the stream on YouTube, and Ramsey got super excited, and he thought he could interact with them. So he pulled his controller up, and he's trying to 6-axis and turn it, and he forgot that he was just watching YouTube.
Yeah, it wasn't Dreams, though.
What was that?
That was the Playroom.
Yeah,
Yes.
Whatever. Stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm editing this out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. It's going to be too late. There's no way I'm going to have time to fucking edit this shit.
Well, he's dumb.
Yeah. Death Stranding. Is this the first time you took a look at Death Stranding? Because you were surprised to see the baby.
Yeah.
Babies inside Norman Reedus' belly are not new news. Thumbs up, fetuses.
Yeah, I mean, I know Guillermo del Toro at some point was involved, and my experience with Death Stranding was mostly like the Hideo Kojima like drama with what developer was it that he used to work for?
Konami.
With Konami. And then he's got his own thing. Like, that was cool. Norman Reedus was part of it, but I'm not a super huge Walking Dead fan, so I kind of let that be. And this trailer, this trailer was the really first look that I had of Death Stranding, and it was a little disturbing. There's a baby in his tummy, and then he hooked a baby in a bottle, and then hooked it up to a flashlight so he could find ghosts.
So let's want to know what I wrote down. My notes.
All right.
My notes are first it's fucking Dreams, and then it says Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima. Right, pretty straightforward. Delivery man Norman Reedus. His name is Sam.
Yeah, he's just walking. Yeah. Apparently, the gameplay for Death Stranding is you just walking in really, really pretty places and carrying stuff.
And it said body backpack with a question mark.
Yeah, he was apparently delivering a dead body.
Toenail.
Yeah, and
this toenail scene.
So he had to pull a toenail off.
The invisible hand thing.
apparently there was some sort of creature that he had to avoid that was walking on his hands.
Yeah. There are some weird
Charming
beings or something. The older trailers showed this as well. There's some sort of survival horror aspect going on.
It's like Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
That lady is fragile. The woman he was with.
Yeah.
Her back of her jacket said fragile.
Oh, I guess.
So I'm not sure. I think it's a lot of it is symbolism.
That's the type of packages she delivers. She only takes fragile packages.
Kojima he likes to play with individuals' perspectives and seeing reality, like playing with how the character is seeing and perceiving reality. And he did that with the last Metal Gear. He's always done that. He's fucked with the players' perspectives and with your view of what you're actually doing and how you interact with the characters. So that feels like this game is just 120% that. I have some theories now, which is cool, that we got a little bit, seems like maybe not gameplay, but maybe simulated gameplay with him trying to sneak around. The fetus ghost, he's got the fetus with you. The question is whether or not the fetus is a fetus. First I thought there wasn't really a fetus, and it's just part of the pack, like maybe just it symbolized something. But they mentioned there's a mention during the audio saying that if they eat you, you'll come back. Don't worry about it, but we'll lose the whatever you have.
There was like a time fold issue.
Yeah, there's like if they touch you, it accelerates time or messes with it, speeds up your time. But you don't lose your memories or something. So there's a whole mess of stuff going on. I'm not sure if these are all just clones of themselves. Like these babies are just more of them that they just make, and I have no idea.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the political fallout of you carrying around a baby and like having to hook it up and like have a backpack powered by babies.
Got the little taps on the glass.
Like it goes back to that South Park episode where Christopher Reeves was like eating fetuses for their stem cells.
Oh, they eat little grub. That grub might be a little
she
fetus.
Ate a baby.
Was that a baby fetus?
She had like a zygote, like a little pea pod baby.
See, maybe it could have been.
Where's the farm?
Oh man. Looks pretty neat. It looks like there is gameplay there, exploration. He's got a gun, so he's got to shoot things.
Well, it didn't look like a real gun. It was like a zipline gun.
Oh, so he wasn't going to shoot things. Maybe it's to get down.
Yeah, he was high and he had to zipline down. It looked a lot like you're just exploring. It looked like Journey.
It
looked like you're just kind of walking,
hiding from the things.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I want it to be fun. I really enjoyed the last Metal Gear. It was fun. Gameplay was really fun, and I hope that he's still thinking about making fun gameplay.
Nope, Hideo Kojima hates fun.
He does. He loves his stories, and even all of his games had fun gameplay between the cutscenes. But Metal Gear Solid 5 had more gameplay and very few cutscenes comparatively. That worked really well. The story was spread out. This seems like it's going the same direction with a lot of gameplay with like you're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on in your own head. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I don't know what the fuck to talk about with that though. I think we should just move on.
Yep.
Neo 2 is coming out.
Sure.
I like Neo. It's pretty cool. I didn't play much of it.
Samurai stuff.
Yeah. So they're doing more. He's got horns.
Samurai demons.
And then wow, that's it. The Spider-Man.
Speederman.
And it's like you said, the gameplay mechanics were just.
It looked really cool. The combat looked like Spider-Man Arkham Asylum.
Mm-hmm. I always thought that was the best fit because for some reason Arkham Asylum Batman had spider sense.
He did.
So I'm like, it makes sense. That's what I wanted. I wanted that. That looks fine.
It looked like the trailer or whatever gameplay we watched was like the first level because it set up the whole game.
I think they'd already established Mr. Negative as the villain.
What is the powers of Mr. Negative?
I don't know. He's got like, and he's in that run of Spider-Man I stopped giving a shit about recently. He's apparently fairly popular.
I guess. He's in a video game.
Yeah, and I think that the point is he has like two sides. Like one side of himself when he's not Mr. Negative is like a really helpful, beneficial human being who is trying to build.
He's positive.
Yeah, he's super positive. And I think Mr. Negative is like the opposite side of that, where his normal self is, building orphanages and doing all. I don't know. So it creates another dramatic dilemma for Peter because but I can't just kill him because he's actually a good person doing good things, and not like Spider-Man would kill him anyway. But even arresting him would be a problem because now suddenly you lose this philanthropist from the world.
Yep, and then it looked like all the villains, most of the villains were tech villains. They all had special armors.
Everyone got up. Well, all the villains
Scorpion,
are tech villains.
Yeah, I suppose they are.
Rhino had a suit before. Scorpion always has a suit. Vulture was the wings, and
yeah, poor Vulture.
And except for Electro's got like, I guess his suit maybe amplifies his powers.
Yeah.
Looks all right. Looks pretty cool. I like that better than the everyone's a genetic monster sort of thing.
The thing I thought while watching this trailer is like we're watching Spider-Man like go around the raft prison and chasing Electro and stuff, and the whole time I was like, man, it looks like being Electro's a lot cooler than being Spider-Man.
Well, no, Electro made me think of
Infamous.
Yeah.
That might have been why.
Yeah. So
but it looked like a lot of fun. It looked really fast. The movement and the traversal of terrain looked really fast and looked like it could be pretty intuitive with a little practice. So I'm really looking forward to playing that and swinging around and actually having funny lines.
Oh, and there's a secret villain.
Oh yeah, it's probably Green Goblin or something.
I would be surprised.
I the whole time I kept saying Secret War because it's like,
Dr.
oh, it's all the tech villains. How did you guys get all your suits and these super cool powers and stuff?
You don't know anything about comic books.
Shut up.
But with Dr. Octopus or the Green Goblin would be obvious.
Yeah.
It would be something else. And then before we left, I just want to tell you something because we thought we were done. They revealed something. Poncho, you're going to be a fairy.
Yeah. I guess like we were all ready to turn it off because we went back to the weird, awkward, not Major Nelson telling stuff, and we thought they were just going to be interviewing developers and stuff, and basically doing the job of like GameSpot and Rooster Teeth and everybody else who's there to cover E3. And they're like, "Don't worry, guys, we have another game to announce." And we're like, "Oh, well, what the hell? It's a fucking VR game."
You make flowers come back to life.
I guess there's wind in a.
It's From Software. You know who they are. They make Bloodborne, your favorite game. So what the fuck are they doing? What is this thing?
Well, they got tired of living in the hellscape that is Bloodborne.
And Dark Souls.
Maybe they made.
They did announce there was a brand new game that's also Asian inspired, Japanese, where they're doing its cross platform, but it's like some samurai guy gets his arm chopped off, or most it's all bone here. It's exposed. It's just exposed bone and like mechanisms. And he's got like an axe and like a grappling hook and all this stuff tied to the bone hand. It's similar to Bloodborne with his trick weapons, it seems like, but it has like a shield that pops up.
It's kind of hot.
It looks it's all very fast-paced gameplay. So it looks like they are doing a new IP within their normal wheelhouse of brutal death and resurrection sort of thing.
But now they have this VR game where everything's pleasant.
Now they're making a fairy game. I don't know if it's pleasant. It may be horrific. Fairies are really scary.
Yeah, but they didn't really make it super scary. They made it like you're in a forest and there's forest critters and
maybe
in a window and a
they
shack.
talked about like no one will ever know what you're doing, what you're up to ever again.
People
because we're going to take you away from
out.
your family and make you be a fairy forever.
Yeah,
because
sounds
we're going to replace
awesome.
you with a changeling. I don't know. Who knows? That's it. Closing thoughts on Sony. We didn't really expect much from this conference. I think we were fairly realistic that they wouldn't have big announcements. They weren't going to announce the new PlayStation. They weren't going to announce backwards compatibility. I fucking wish they would announce that. They're not going to announce the ability to change your freaking PSN names.
They're not going to announce that you can customize the order of your video apps and the TV and video fucking thing so that whoever gives them the most money rearranges your whole thing and you can never find YouTube again.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. But what did you think?
So like we said it was gonna be an off year, and E3 presentation is kind of the show for video game companies and developers and stuff like that. And a bad E3 can carry all the way to the next E3. And seeing as how Sony knew that this was going to be kind of a downer year, rather than making it announcement, and try to outdo Microsoft and everybody else, they decided to make it a little bit more artsy and fun and silly and theatrical and dramatic, which they definitely did. So rather than being able to say, well, Microsoft won over Sony, it's like they didn't even play the game, they just played a different game. Like we put on a conference, there were people talking, we introduced things, we showed some trailers, and we also had musical guests and stuff.
Yeah, some amazing musical guests. So that's what you feel?
Yeah, seems to be a square.
I enjoyed. I agree with you 100% as far as that decision they made. But the other decision they made, which I think makes them stand out above the crowd, is they showed what these games are extensively. They showed a long periods of gameplay to give you a sense of these are what these games are going to feel like and play like, so you can get excited about playing the game and not get excited about an announcement for some vague thing like Halo Infinity. I like Halo. I did like Gears. The Gears trailer showed a little bit of gameplay. It looks solid. That looks really cool. But in general, this was a smart way to go because you're talking about the playing of the game and not the announcement of some idea. This was smart, and I am excited to play all of these games. I don't think I'm gonna have time to play any of them.
No,
but
I did expect some features to be announced of something, but they didn't really talk about PlayStation 4 at all.
No, I was really hoping. Games. No, they're done. That's it. They don't need to do anything. They made PlayStation 4. Everyone bought one, and they maybe bought a few copies for their loved ones, and they don't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah.
And I think that they played it smart. I'm sure they're working on a new console, just like Microsoft is, but they're not talking about it.
They'll announce it at QuakeCon.
All right.
Cool.
I like to touch the armadillo.